Hey folks, we've got a lot of cruise protocols changing here in the United States. So here's a quick look at what the major cruise lines are doing as of now. Carnival Cruise Lines, effective August 4th. For cruises of 5 days or less, no pre-cruise testing for fully vaccinated guests booked on certain itineraries. Now, if the itinerary includes the Bahamas, Bermuda, or Grand Cayman, then you will have to take a pre-cruise test, no matter the length. Cruises of 6 days or more, everyone 2 or older must take a test. Carnival is offering a limited number of exemptions for unvaccinated guests, primarily for children ages 5 to 11. Princess Cruises is maintaining their testing policy. If you are vaccinated, you must take a PCR test within 3 days of the cruise or an antigen test within 2 days of the cruise. And if you are unvaccinated, you need to take a PCR test within 3 days of the cruise plus an antigen test at the terminal. You will require an exemption to sail unvaccinated, but Princess has said they're making it a little easier for unvaccinated to cruise. Holland America is maintaining a testing policy. They're operating fully vaccinated cruises with a few exceptions for those 5 to 11 and some adults. If the cruise includes Canada, you must take a PCR test within 3 days of the cruise or an antigen test within 2 days of the cruise. If the cruise does not include Canada, you can take a PCR or an antigen test within 3 days of the cruise. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, so effective on August 8th. 5 nights or less, no testing for vaccinated guests unless mandated by the destination. You know, like Bermuda and Grand Cayman, which we talked about previously. 6 nights or more, testing is required for all guests. Now, vaccinated guests can take a PCR or an antigen test no more than 2 days before sailing, and unvaccinated children can take a NAT or PCR test no more than 3 days before boarding. Plus, they're going to have to take another test at the terminal during check-in. Norwegian Cruise Line, effective as of August 1st, testing is still in place for all cruises. Now, for everyone ages 2 and up, you have to take a NAT or PCR test within 3 days of sailing or an antigen test within 2 days of sailing. MSC Cruises, effective August 8th. Fully vaccinated guests will not require a test for cruises of 5 nights or less. Testing is required for 6 nights or longer. If you are unvaccinated, you will have to be tested for all cruising. You must provide a NAT or PCR test or antigen test no more than 3 days before sailing. And finally, Virgin Voyages. They have no testing required at all for vaccinated guests for any of their cruises. They are now accepting up to 10% of unvaccinated guests, although you should call Sailor Services to book. Apparently there's some rules with that, and they are offering tests at the terminal for $30. And that's a quick look at what's happening right now in the US in terms of pre-cruise testing protocols. Now, as always, to get the most up-to-date information, always go to the cruise line that you're about to sail and click that little health and safety protocols right at the top of the home page.